Good evening, and welcome back to the Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, not the podcast. If you think this is a podcast episode, this is not a podcast episode. This is just going to be me slowly descending into madness. My first video I made when I was sick, and it was a lucky one that got like 8,000 views, and that's cool. I'm sick again, so let's count on that one more time. But this time with a twist. I'm drinking alcohol while I'm sick. But this is a hot toddy, a good drinking drink for sickness, or words like that. Great for spilling on yourself. We're off to a good start. I'm going to be going through the usual thing. I'm going to try to tell a story about the ducks. And we're doing it on the Hippo Space map. So I hope you're ready for that. I guess I'll just get going as soon as I can. Let's say I've got our friend here. It didn't let me choose a duck to start with. I don't know if that even is normal. I've been doing the podcast so much longer. But we're here with this is gonna be Wrigley. Wrigley with a W, kind of like the gum. Let's go ahead. I can do this thing where we name. So this is, not Quigley. That's a good name. What? There we go. Wrigley. Wonderful. Wrigley is a bit of an odd duck, you know. Wrigley has seen things you wouldn't believe, been places you wouldn't believe, and is not like other ducks. I mean, just listen to this. Not like other ducks at all. This hot toddy, by the way. Wrigley is a bartender, and he's gonna tell you how to make a hot toddy. It's gonna be a shot of whiskey, about roughly half a shot of lemon juice, some honey, and hot water. I threw some orange bitters in this one, or Wrigley threw some orange bitters in his to add a little extra flavor to it. And instead of doing a shot of whiskey, because I don't know how to convert that to milliliters, I just did a quarter of a cup. Because if I don't have my tools at work, I don't know how to make anything. Anyway, Wrigley has been around, and you know, while he's working the bar, a new guest is about to show up. He's got the door ready, and here they are. This is okay. Plaid picnic. That's not just plaid. That's that stuff. Flannel. Frank. This is Flannel Frank, the regular who likes to come in. That's not what I wanted to click. Flannel Frank. Flannel Frank is a habitual tall taler, telling tall tales often about what he'd like to call his adventures. He's an old truck driver, so he says he sees a lot of stuff, and some things embellished, but there's always a little bit of truth in Flannel Frank's tall tales. And while Wrigley is, Wrigley sees a lot of things. Wrigley hears a lot of things. Moving from orbit to orbit, and there's a little gum joke for you. Oh, sorry, I thought that was just way too funny. Man, I haven't even gotten started with that, dude. Flannel Frank was just telling Wrigley about a particular duck that he had come across on his travels. Well, he was, that hit much harder. I haven't eaten anything. And this particular duck he had come across was a bit of an odd one. As he was driving down the roads of the 38, wherever that is, interstate, I'm sure, he's made his way in a stop. It was a bit of a forested area, probably, and he was using the rest stop as you do. You know, had some what do you call it? Like, not rations, but the like kind of like camping food, non-perishable things that you can just heat up. He's got some minor camping things like stovetops and whatnot to help him keep hot food and whatnot on the go without having to constantly buy fast food and eat garbage all the time. And so he's prepping his stuff at the rest stop when oh yes, our weird colorblind test cactus friend Carrie James. I keep clicking the wrong stuff. Where's that? Where's Cactuar? I'm losing it. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yes, our friend Carrie James, or if you say it, last name for it, James Carey, could also be Jim if you want to go that way. Anyway, as Frank was hanging out at the truck stop getting some hot water going so he can make some oatmeal or something, he came across this Carey fellow, a bit odd in it, who was just a kind of a strange person, but very friendly. Frank was stretching his legs, went onto one of those park benches that you can find at some stops, and Carey just waltzed on up saying, "Howdy, feller." This was somewhere in northern Arizona, I bet. I don't know. Ignore the interstate. I don't know. And kind of off the path of Flagstaff, where there's a little more trees or something. And Carrie shows up to Frank. Frank's like, "Can I help you?" And Carrie is like, "What you got there?" Frank's like, "Oatmeal. I'm just having a quick bite before I head back out on the trail." The dusty trail. Carrie, for some reason, takes us as an invitation. Sits down, starts swapping stories and talking about something or other. And this is also Frank relaying this all to Wrigley, by the way. Frank's talking about how Carrie just made themselves right at home, telling about general things in his life as if they were good old friends and buddies for a long time. And Carrie wasn't all that bad, but as soon as Frank thought he was about to head out, Carrie actually invited his buddy over, Daisy, and she was nice enough. She was a little less blatant, but there was something a little extra off about her. Carrie feller, Cactus Man, was he was kind of odd, but generally an innocent enough fella. Daisy, she was a nice enough person, but oddly enough, something more sinister. And they talk for a bit, and it's all fine. Frank's like, "Well, this has been pleasant, folks, but I gotta head back on out. Gotta make this stop, this next stop or whatever. It's still got like 300 miles to go." And so they're like, "Oh yeah, no worries. We'll see you another time." And they all go their separate ways, but this ain't the end of the story. Frank hops in his little truck, starts heading back down the road after, utilizing the facilities and whatnot. Carrie James, it's not the last you'll see of him. And definitely not the last you'll see of Daisy. Well, yep, and so Frank's talking, telling Wrigley, it all seems innocent enough. It can't change my angle. Can you? Thank you. Telling Wrigley, "Yep, this a bit of an odd group, but at the time I didn't think there was anything else to really worry about. So I just headed out on my way and kept going." Some ways down, he felt a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, you could see that he'd been after maybe an hour, there was a car that had been sitting behind him, and while he's hitting the truck, he's going a reasonable speed, but not like the 70 miles an hour that smaller cars often find themselves going on these long empty roads. And so he's just like, there's been plenty of time to pass over, and he's just feeling like, I don't know if this person wants me to move over, because they're sounding like they're riding his ass. He's just kind of going, and we'll get to you. He just at some point he pulls to the side, and car goes forward. Nothing to worry about, usual thing. And after that, he gets back up, keeps going, and starts hearing these weird noises. He's not sure where it's coming from at first. It kind of just sounds like general car noise, and like, maybe there's a bunch of gravel on this road, how these roads can be. And after a while, it starts to get a little bit less inconspicuous. More conspicuous is what it's becoming. And so he starts to worry a little bit about the truck itself. He pulls off to the side and notices, I don't know how he didn't see this before, but on the back of his truck, the doors, they had some writing on them, and "Duck you" was one of them, and the phrases that was written. And so he opens up, because he's like, well, now this is all suspicious. He sees his lock was a little bit looked tampered with. It looked a little worse for wear, and it wasn't that bad when he first encountered it. So he opens up his cargo, not sure what he's gonna find, just thinking, is someone trying to smuggle something in here? Is there a creature? Did something get thrown in here, like a raccoon? And he finds this fellow, this bastard, that just kind of seems very unstable. This one here is stop it. There's too many words. This is Drivel. Drivel the duck. See, Drivel, it was a bit of an incoherent individual. Drivel was just spouting nonsense. You'd think he was on drugs or something. Who knows what kind. Blah. And as soon as you open the door, Drivel hops out. He's like, blah. And Frank's like, whoa, hey, yo, wow, calm down there, filler. What you doing back here? And why? And Drivel's just going on about nothing, like, scribbly scrap, I got my pop bear, gadoo-ba-doo, here I come. And he starts flying around like a duck, with his wings. And he flies away, and Frank's like, that's the weirdest thing ever. And he never saw him again. But that's just Drivel, who flew away to some unknown place. At this point, Wrigley's like, okay, hold that thought. I'll be right with you. And all these words that start with C, my goodness. Crack, crick, quack, quick, quibbly, quizars, a Q. Oh gosh, it blends in. I can't find it. How do I not? Where? No. There we go. Okay, next to Drivel. This person here, I was gonna say chameleon, but it's just not a name. I look so much more red and sweaty. What the hell? I'm not, I swear. This is, Invil. I know, it's a great name. I would love to be named Invil. Invil, the, invisible Bill. Okay. He pops in, and Wrigley is like, oh, howdy, how you doing? They're not all Southern. It's just me talking. what can I get you? And Phil's like, oh, I'll just get a dead man's party or some shit. I don't know if that's even a drink. It probably is. Um, Eric is like, all right, looks it up, finds something that sounds similar, just makes it, doesn't even ask, and it was like, perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. How you doing? Like, oh, the same old thing. What's going on with you? It's like, oh, just stopping by, having a drink, just kind of having a long day. Like, yep, know what that's about. Small talk stuff, regular small talk stuff. And, Frank can't help himself. It's like, you want to hear something whack, crazy? And he's like 3 seats away and was like, yeah, sure, I guess. Just being a generally nice individual, humoring the man. And so Frank goes on, tells him the story all the way up to the drivel section. And now they're all 3 listening. Place is empty. Nobody's there. So Wrigley's just tuning in like, all right, cool. And Frank's just like, all right, but here's the craziest thing. After Drivel flew away and did whatever, I just locked back up. I used one of my spare locks that I have just for fun, and went back on my merry way. And as I was going, I passed the same car stopped on the side of the road. It was getting a bit late, so I could understand why. Maybe they were taking a break, quick power nap to get through the long trail, long road the way forward. But as I was going by, I thought I saw something strange. It looked a bit like what the hell? Crypto duck coin. Oh my god, what percent? Wait a minute, did my computer just turn into a... Am I getting crypto mined on my stuff right now? Where did you come? What pack is this? That's gotta be one of the newest ones, right? There it is, so many ducks. I'll get to you. Alright, you're nameless for now, but you're likely duck coin, okay? Where were we? Sorry. I keep getting distracted. It's hard. Flannel Frank, he's telling the story. So Frank's all talking about how he's passing the car and something just seemed a little off. And Eric, he's just felt generally uncomfortable ever since he met Carrie and Daisy on his way. Just something's been off about this place and this row and these touring ducks he's come across. So he pulls his truck over because he feels like this car might actually just be in trouble. It doesn't seem like it's pulled over for fun. Something looked wrong, like the vehicle, it was a little lopsided, and this is a generally flat area, so it's unlikely there was a ditch. He's driven this road before, and he don't remember nothing like that, and he's trusting his gut feeling. He comes by, he sees Carrie, looking unconscious in the driver's seat, so he raps on the window. Hey, how you doing? Are you all right, boy? He says in a questioning way. Carrie jolts up like, whoa, who's that? What? Oh, well, if it ain't Frank, what can I do for you? It's like, you all right? Your car don't seem okay. It's like, oh, yep. Actually, the battery, I guess, died on the way, so I was losing certain things, and the car was having trouble maintaining its various functions. And I think my alternator might be out, and I'm just waiting for part of the day to call some AAA or whatever, Triple D duck. And I was like, all right, yeah, well, I actually got a spare battery just for these kinds of occasions. For some reason, they're different batteries, I bet. But he's got the right kind for the right car. It's like, oh well, I'd be much obliged had you donated to me. If that's such a thing. And so they swap exchange some what do you call it? Information. Communications. And, they get to working on the thing. And so Frank notices, he's like, wait, I thought you guys, I thought you were with somebody. Where did they go? How's that Daisy gal? And he's like, oh, you know? I don't know. I thought she was napping in the back. And I guess maybe she went out for some business, some personal stuff. And like, oh yeah, sure thing. This area seems a little full of coyotes, I think. You mind if I hang around till she's back just to make sure you all stay safe? Like, oh, absolutely, don't mind that. And they stay for maybe an hour talking once again, enjoying each other's company. Frank pulls out a glass of something that he earned. It's a bottle of something friendly and light. A 6-pack. He pulls out a 6-pack. He's like, hey, well, you know what? Why don't we share this for a bit? I'll sober up before I hit the road once again. And so, oh yeah, they have a good time. But while this is all going on, Daisy is in fact been abducted, and she's not coming back. Not for a long time. And so they hang out for a bit, and then they find, after a while, they're like, okay, this is weird, she's gone. So they call her phone. They call, after they can't get a hold of her, they go out, look around the nearby areas surrounding. They find no traces. Nothing. And it's the darndest thing. Turns out she was abducted by none other than Starsky, the star-faring duck. He doesn't talk like this. I'm just doing a bit. And so Starsky abducts Daisy, alien style, not trafficker style. And it's kind of like oh gosh, what's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where she willingly boards his shuttle after he pops up. He's like, yeah, I got a spaceship. And she's like, oh, neat. She goes, checks it out. Daisy and what's his face? Oh gosh, Night Duck. Carrie, they're not like a unit. They're just pals. They're just good friends. They're not like a thing. So there's no messed up nonsense going on besides Starsky's weird self. I can't travel very easily here. So yeah, Daisy and Starsky, they're talking, they're learning, she's learning about the world and the outer worlds in a way she never thought was possible. And she's learning all about this land that Starsky comes from, that's just littered with stars. There are lights working away where there's no light pollution. It's just this beautiful location. And she goes out on an adventure with him, and to just experience the world. She kind of forgets, or maybe she was hypnotized, who knows, not Frank, about just going out and seeing the world, forgetting that she's got no cell service in space and she can't contact her pals. So she's gone on an adventure, and she meets Starsky. Where the hell? How do I get up here? Can I get up there? Oh, wait, I forgot I have a button for that. Wrigley. where are you going, buddy? Yeah, you know what? He's on break, and someone else is taking over. I am looking for our... Here we go. Crypto Duck, which is Starsky's robot companion. And his robot companion is just a wonderful fella. I feel like nothing's gotten done, and I haven't done anything, and yet I've already hit 30 minutes, and I gotta cut this down. You are named Buck. Buck the Crypto Duck. That's not how you spell. Okay, so Buck the Crypto Duck is a robot companion that Starsky has joining him on the adventures that they go through. Wait, does he not? He doesn't make any noise. Does clicking do it? Because that went from 2% to 6 way fast. No, okay. I don't think so. Anyway, so yeah. And Starsky and Daisy, they go off to the stars. And we'll learn about their adventures and the colorful characters they meet in the next one. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out the next episode of Space Ducks, the legendary tale, and we'll pick this back up in the next.